Hi and good evening, everyone. My name is Albert, and this is VlogsBoutNothin. Thank you very much for taking the time out of your day to join me. I really appreciate that. We just got through talking about the debate last night, which is, again, if you didn't see that video, just check it out. We're posting it right now, or I will after this. That's just how it works. I think I post the two videos. I'm gonna get some coffee while those are uploading. It takes a long time to upload because it's a phone that probably could have been made in like 1998. You know, nothing has changed since 1998 with the smartphones, by the way. Only, I guess, what they, I don't understand how I could have a BlackBerry that was really small 20 years ago. There's lots of questions I have about, tech and I guess what I was doing in life. Who knows? Anyways, I hope that you guys are doing really good. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. I'm just a random guy. I live in Albuquerque, New Mexico currently. I'm 36 years old, kind of an American loser, but still a good old American poster boy at best, because I got heart. And what I'm trying to do is not only figure out what is best for me in my life, but also trying to really improve my own situation so that I can most importantly, repay back all of the different kinds of debts that I've amassed in my personal life, be it financial or um, family. I was not ready to grow up for a long time. And so a few months ago, we started doing these videos, and we do four a day. So here we are now. The channel, I think, has 608 videos or something. But regardless, thank you for joining me. And again, it's all kind of just some random ranting. But that's what I do. I watch all people all night. Like there's so many new creators I want to talk about that I've been watching a lot and I can't get enough of just because I don't know if it's because I've always wanted to be a creator and I've tried a little bit and I was younger and stuff, and then now it's like socially acceptable, and that's why my argument has been it's cool for me to try and do this now because people finally understand that it can be a job, and the only people who don't are like really old grumpy people who have no real grasp on the real world, so that really doesn't bother me. But I mean it does, but you know what I mean. But yeah, I'm just finding a very interesting new sort of world within my own kind of American perspective world as I get older every day. The things I see around me, the people that I meet, the relationships that I briefly have, it's all interesting stuff. My life is, in fact, interesting. Again, I mean, everyone says that, right? I mean, how many friends do we have that say, my life could be a movie? We all, I think, at some point feel like that. It's a very self centered, narcissistic American kind of a way to feel about our lives. But I'd argue that we've all felt like that at some point in our lives. And some of us, I guess, more than others. And again, that would not be arguable because we are, in fact, all kind of enjoying the same kind of privilege that we do, while there are many, many people all over the world who are unable to enjoy the kind of privilege that we do, which is kind of brings down the whole room. I know, because it's real and it's still important to talk about. So just so much as I can be the most cringe millennial sort of humor kind of a guy, I also want to like bring it back down a little bit. And for the record, I'm not the millennial that puts random clips of movies in my. I've never even had that idea. Like, obviously, that's something I would have thought of as a millennial back in 2006. That's what I mean. I'm sure I did that in 2006. No joke. I'm sure that I did that. I also had to sit through this terrible video that won second place in one of our competitions at school, at high school, at the end of our senior year, where my buddy Michael made this video of this plastic bag drifting through the wind in downtown Albuquerque for 30 minutes. I mean, everybody has their own interpretation of art. I mean, if Michael could see me now, I mean, funny thing is I actually seen his mom a few years back, and I had this really cool picture with her, and then I ended up almost destroying my life last year. Lost my iPhone, access to my iCloud, and about 200 gigs of data that I had accumulated over the course of like 15 years. No big deal, no big deal. Just lots of memories and pictures of my grandma and videos that I never had posted because I wanted to edit them. And yeah, anyways, are jobs worthless? I kind of feel like 5 minutes into the video it almost loses its zeal. So I got to title the video in a way that, reflects that I understand we're not really talking about anything until like 5 minutes in. But I do link in the description below. There's this new channel that I found called Wisecrack. They have a really cool host. I don't know if he's just one of many. It doesn't really feel like it's his channel per se because of some of the jokes that he makes. But regardless, this dude I watch the channel for the dude because like he's funny. So I don't know anything else about the channel, but that's what I'm saying. Like it's called Wisecrack. Link in the description below. Um, Talks about in the video in particular, are we going to work until we die or something? And the thing is, um, jobs are worthless. I think it would be really difficult to argue for anything other than that. I understand sometimes in the very rare occasion jobs really matter, and in this instance all of our public service workers, teachers, doctors, engineers, city workers, there's lots of really important jobs. Yes, there are, but there are so many more worthless jobs than there are meaningful jobs, and quite often the meaningful jobs are, you know, systemically, at least historically speaking, hard to achieve if you're not a certain kind of a person. And that doesn't necessarily mean white. I seriously, it just means socioeconomically privileged, right? In that every young adult now who's graduating from a 4 year university is entering a world where the job market is now wait another 4 years until you get a master's degree and hope that in 4 years you're able to get a job. This is not the American dream, at least not the one that, we've been sold and told for the past, I'd say, at least 80 years. Jobs are worthless, and I really think it's important that we are collective in our understanding that most jobs are in fact worthless, and what do we do? How do we address this? And it's important to address that because at some point we got to stop making up, why it's important to raise our children to be workers. I mean, it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. Being an American's kind of weird. I think because we raise children so that they can make other people money. Not often do we talk about or hear young children say they want to be anything independent, and the moment they do, we bag on them. So like we're going to support children that want to grow up to be different things, but if they mention they want to be an individual content creator, for example, that's something we discourage them from, when in fact that's something that is a viable option. It's as it concerns being as independent as you can, and hope to make it so that you can live a life that allows you to not do things that make you unhappy for most of it before you get a few years to live where you're kind of happy or hopefully happy, or hope that the country doesn't continue to raise the retirement age. Because just a friendly reminder to the boomers and Xers, that's exactly what y'all are trying to do. So talk to them about it. Just as they've made the world the way that it is now, talk to them about the future they plan on having. And it's scary, honestly. And I am not about it anymore. Not about discussing anything other than reality. And there's no need to make up jobs that are meaningless and that don't mean anything. If we're going to be focused on creating jobs that mean something, then I'm all for it. I really, really am. It's not like I'm not anti job per se. I'm just anti being lied to as it concerns the value that we bring to companies that exploit us to make their lives so much better than anything we could ever possibly imagine. Well, we're all fighting for an increase on EBT and basic access to healthcare, and it's just it's really kind of frustrating, honestly. And so I hope that you guys have a really good night. Thank you for joining me. If you're new to the channel, again, like, it's a pretty cool place. We just vlog here. Eventually, at some point in my life, I hope to get a job and some income and make the videos better. But until then, I gotta do what I gotta do, and it's make these videos, and be happy doing it. And honestly, I am. So I don't know what's more scary, the fact that I'm making myself do these things, or the fact that what I'm making myself do is actually making me incredibly happy. Wouldn't you know? I hope that you guys have a really good night, all right? Bye.